Imagine a team nobody expected to reach the biggest stage in football. A small nation with a huge dream. A country that had already faced impossible challenges. But football gave them hope. Millions of fans believed in one dream: to reach the World Cup. The journey was never easy. Every match became a battle. Every minute tested their courage. The world doubted Bosnia, but this team refused to give up. Every match became a final. Every goal carried the hopes of millions. They were not the favorites, but they believed in something bigger. A dream that looked impossible was getting closer. The qualification battle reached its highest pressure. One match could change everything. Players carried the weight of an entire nation. Every tackle mattered. Every second mattered. And then came the breakthrough. The impossible started becoming reality. Fans around the world started watching. The underdogs became the story. A small nation creating a huge moment. But the journey was not finished. The biggest challenges were still ahead. They needed courage. They needed belief. They needed history. The stadium lights turned on. The crowd started singing. And Bosnia stepped onto the biggest stage. They were no longer unknown. They had earned respect. Every attack created hope. Every save kept the dream alive. History was waiting. And Bosnia was ready. This was more than football. But Bosnia's story was not just about reaching the World Cup. It was about proving that even the smallest nations can dream of the biggest victories. Bosnia supporters with flags, families watching football, emotional faces, stadium lights, realistic cinematic. Every player knew that this was more than a football match. This was a moment that could change history. The pressure was enormous, but the team stayed together and fought until the final whistle. Bosnia had reached a moment that many thought was impossible. The team was no longer fighting only for a match, but for history. Every player knew the pressure was huge, but their belief was stronger than their fear. The world was watching as Bosnia continued to prove that determination can defeat the biggest obstacles. From every challenge they faced, they became stronger and more confident with every passing minute. This was not just a football journey. It was a story of a nation chasing one unforgettable dream. Millions of supporters stood behind them, believing that their impossible dream could finally come true. The players gave everything on the field because they wanted their country to remember this moment forever. They showed the world that football is not only about size, money, or reputation. It is about passion, sacrifice, and the courage to believe when nobody else does. Bosnia created a story that fans around the world would never forget. This journey became a symbol of hope and a reminder that impossible dreams can become reality. This was Bosnia's impossible World Cup journey, a story of courage, passion, and a dream that changed football forever.